What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. In today's video, I want to talk about what I think is one of the biggest problems that Helldivers 2 has currently. So let's have a discussion in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I know that a lot of people talk about new missions, new weapons, balancing, all that kind of stuff. But at this point, I do believe that the most important part is the progression. That's what the game is missing. This is the biggest problem the game has. Helldivers 1 didn't have this problem, right? Look at all the progression. Look at the upgrades. If we go all the way down here, look, arc thrower, and then it says for the first upgrade right here, it takes less time to reach full charge. Then the next one upgrades the range of the weapon and stuff like that. Now imagine if you had a progression system like this in Helldivers 2 and not having that system, in my opinion, is what creates so many issues, because there's replayability in terms of fun, but there's no replayability in terms of chasing some of the upgrades that you want, and nothing gets you really excited like this would. Imagine this kind of system, and not only for weapons, but there's a system for stratagems as well. See what I mean? And then you have perks separately here. We've went through a lot of balancing in this game, and at this point, honestly, if they do balancing, that's fine, but I want it to be something that is not the main focus of the devs. Right now, I want to see something that gives us a reason to log in, a reason to chase something, farm for something, get those materials, spend it on something. So what does this progression look like? It can be a few different things, right? For example, it can be weapon customization, which would give us the reason to play the game more. And what I mean by that is, let's say they introduce new fire rates or new magazines or new barrels or scopes or whatever it is for specific weapons, and then you need to spend some of your materials in order to unlock these attachments, right? Like that would give you a reason, and then you'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I need to play the game, I need to get these materials because I'm running out, because I want to unlock this new magazine for my ARs, or let's say a new scope for one of your sniper weapons, and so on. But not just the primary weapons. What about the support weapons as well, which should cost probably way more materials? But what if you could increase the fire rate of the arc thrower, right? Like that would be incredible. Or lower the cooldown of the quasar cannon, or increase the damage of the railgun. And I know all of these things sound absolutely crazy, but if there is a grind behind it, it's gonna be worth it. And it shouldn't be super easy to get. Like if some of these upgrades are actually very powerful, the grind shouldn't be that easy. You shouldn't be able to go in, do one mission and purchase them, right? What about the armor? We can make that a part of it as well, right? That's another huge reason for us to log in, because now it's more about build crafting. Not only are you worried about the weapons, but what if you could upgrade the armor in a way that would benefit the arc thrower, for example, right? Because it would increase the swap speed or make the handling better and so on. Like all of these little things, if you can pinpoint and upgrade your armor and weapons with that kind of progression, imagine all the builds that you can create, right? Imagine the time it would take for people, and that would mean that you would need to focus on one kind of playstyle. And for example, imagine going all out for a railgun build, right? You're trying to get more damage, you're trying to get more ammunition thanks to the armor, better handling, swap speed, or maybe you're trying to combine the jump pack with the arc thrower, and you're farming all of these materials in order to create that ultimate add clear build with the arc thrower, where you're just zapping everything, getting hundreds of kills, and every time you wake up in the morning, you want to play the game because there is something to chase. Add some cosmetic rewards as progression as well. So it doesn't always have to be like extremely powerful, overpowered, broken stuff that people are chasing, because cosmetics are huge when it comes to progression. Like for example, if you hit level 150, right, you get a really cool skin, really cool one. If you hit 175, there's a different kind of skin. 200 will give you let's say an animated, really cool looking cloak, something, maybe it's burning a little bit or something like that, something to give you the ability to stand out from the crowd and showcase the fact that you have played a lot of this game, right? Like you've been supporting the devs, playing a lot, you've been investing into the game, and that way your time feels valued a little bit more than it is currently. And I think that gives the sweats, the no-life players that like to get crazy amounts of kills and so on, a reason to play even more and show off, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Lately, there is this kind of thought that everybody needs to be able to get everything in the game, And I personally, I know this is old school. I don't agree with that. There should be some things that are very hard to achieve. That means that people will keep playing the game. Like, I'll give you an example. One of my close friends that I used to play Destiny 2 with, great guy, by the way. Like, we got all the weapons, exotics, right? And we were still playing, but not as much. He was still chasing this one exotic. Back in the day, that was the king, Galahorn. And he just kept playing and playing and playing just because he wanted that one item, and it was just not dropping. It took him, I believe, a very long time to get that item, but he got it, you know? And that was the reason for him to keep playing, to chase that item. And I feel like having those kind of items in the game and giving you that reason to chase something is huge for longevity of games. And once again, it can be cosmetic. It doesn't have to be broken or overpowered. And while I do think that, you know, new missions will be cool and so on, I still think that this kind of progression is more important, because at the end of the day, if there is no goal to chase, yeah, new missions will be cool for a day or two, but then it's just the same gameplay loop. You're fighting the same enemies, you're doing the same kind of tasks. At the end of the day, it's a horde shooter. And in most of these missions, the main thing is to get as many kills as possible, because if you're getting a lot of kills and making the clears easy, the missions become easy, right? So while I think that the new missions would be very nice, I think that the progression and customization should be first. And I know this is probably not going to be a super popular opinion, but I feel like for people that hit, let's say 250 or level 300, there should be some incredible skins. Like, we're talking next level weapon skins, even if it's like for the support weapons or for some of the primaries. Maybe with every war bond, introduce a very cool skin on the high level. And this skin isn't a part of the war bond, but it's almost like a part of the new season. And now there's another reason to chase something. And it might be tied to level 300 or 350 or some other task you have to complete in the game. But that's going to be another way to add progression into the game that's actually not even going to hurt the balancing of the game. Because a lot of the times the argument is, yeah, but what if that weapon is extremely powerful and a lot of people won't be able to get it? Which even then, I still think that's absolutely fine. If somebody's investing thousands of hours into a game and the other guy's investing, let's say 2-3 hours only a week, I feel like the dude that is trying to no life it should get those items, because he literally just plays nonstop. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. If you have any cool ideas for the progression or the customization, drop it in the comment section below. I will try to answer as many of you as possible. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. Stay positive, stay disciplined, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, he got no scoped.